All right, get it going. Get it going.
All right, we need. Welcome to Ring Talk. Magic Tyler, Caysen Smith. We had to get a little break. We got to get a little break.
That was a quick intro.
Yeah, man. We're in it.
We're
back at it like a crack addict.
That's, I think, maybe my favorite line you've ever said.
Should that be like on a shirt?
It should be. Back at it like a crack addict. And it should just be you doing crack.
I don't know if we could put that on the shirt. But anyways, we are so glad you all decided to join us.
Yeah,
What
we can do is talk about some wrestling.
We can talk about wrestling. We got about 2 weeks worth.
2 weeks worth of stuff to get to.
So
in a short amount of time.
Buckle up, strap your seatbelts, and
get something cold to drink. Get something good to eat, and just enjoy the ride.
Get some snacks. Get some
like the Rock says, enjoy the ride that we're taking you on.
What else can they get? Get a blanket.
Get a blanket because it's cold outside.
It's cold outside.
It's freaking cold outside, dude.
It's super cold.
It is real cold.
I saw this picture of Gulf Shores, Alabama, and all of
dude, it's just snow. You see the beach?
Snow. Yeah.
The beach, the water, and then the beach is just snow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know it snowed down there.
Yeah. It's that
Crazy.
cold.
It's that freaking cold.
It's that cold.
You know who else is cold? Kevin Owens. He's got cold, icy veins. And he kicks off SmackDown from January 10th.
Yeah.
And basically, him and Cody do what they've done for the last 5 months.
Beating each other up. Yeah.
Every single time. And then we get a whole little Bloodline segment.
With Jimmy Uso
has to come in and save Paul Heyman.
I mean,
from the Bloodline.
You got to protect the wise men.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And it is announced that Roman Reigns will be in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
This Royal Rumble's starting to stock up.
Yeah, it's pretty stacked.
We got, as of right now, we got what? John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre,
Seth Rollins,
LA Knight. Those are just that we can think of off the top of our head, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty more. And there's always some surprises.
Yeah.
And we just had the recent announcement of the partnership between WWE and TNA.
Yeah.
An official partnership.
I'm sure we're going to get TNA in there.
Maybe 1 or 2 TNA guys will pop up in the Royal Rumble.
What can I say?
And keep in mind, you know what 2 guys are in TNA? The Hardys.
Yeah.
Matt and Jeff Hardy.
That's just hype.
I
feel like that's an obvious.
A lot of rumors that they may show up on NXT sometime because that's where they do a lot of the NXT and TNA crossovers.
Right.
And because I would love to see them and Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Dude, that match would slap. With a tag team match, oh my goodness. Stop playing.
That would be the true test for Nathan Frazier and Axiom. If they could pull that off, they should immediately go to the main roster.
They are maybe one of the greatest tag teams of NXT history. They're so good.
Better than
Undisputed Era, better than Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, who turned out to be a great team.
Let us know who is your top 3 NXT tag teams. Yeah. Let us know in the comments. All right, anyways.
We had a women's United States Championship match, I believe. It was Chelsea Green, again, defeating Michin.
And Chelsea Green gets the victory.
Yeah, because we pledge allegiance to the United States champion, Chelsea Green.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I feel like we're not far from Michin getting that title.
Yeah, I think she should be the next person to get it.
Right.
Another person who I think should get it down the line, we'll get to next SmackDown.
Yeah.
Next SmackDown.
Yeah.
We're going to try and move through these shows a little quicker. We got Los Garza getting a huge W. I can't even remember the last time Los Garza got a W on TV.
I know.
Over Pretty Deadly. Theme song I still love.
I want to be a part of their musical, man.
Pretty Deadly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love their music.
Do you want to be a part of it?
Yeah. Even if I'm just in the background. I don't even have to be in the forefront. Like, if you just need me to, dance a little in the background, I'll do it.
I could be like a tree.
You'd be a good tree.
Would I be a good tree?
You'd be a good tree.
I'd appreciate that, yeah. Let me know if I'd be a good tree, guys.
We had another championship match this night, a rematch from Survivor Series. LA Knight going one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura. LA Knight wins
by disqualification.
Which means he does not get the title. And this is because of bloodline interference.
Right, because LA Knight also earlier in the show pushes them out whenever they're trying to kick the bloodline out of the arena.
Yeah, at this point, still no sight of Solo.
Right.
Since Raw on Netflix.
I think,
he does show up next SmackDown.
He does show up next SmackDown, yeah. I knew he showed up again. I was like,
yeah. Motor City Machine Guns went on to defeat A-Town Down Under.
Yeah.
I will say, I love SmackDown's doing a great job at organizing these storylines. We got a good tag team storyline going along with all of these tag teams.
With 3 hours, they can do a lot now.
We got at least 3 women's storylines going on right now.
Yeah. Because, let's be honest, the women's roster is just stacked. NXT, SmackDown, Raw, everywhere. It's just stacked.
We had a segment between Nia Jax, Bayley, Naomi, and Bianca Belair, which all 4 women made their case that they deserved to challenge Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship.
So we get a fatal 4-way.
So what better way? It's like, all right, well, let's figure out who truly does deserve the match.
And I feel like the perfect person won this match, to be honest with you. And that is Bayley.
Bayley. Huge W.
Yeah.
And that match will then come to fruition the next week.
Right.
In the main event, we had Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga defeating Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso because of Kevin Owens' involvement.
I mean, we see any match of Cody Rhodes now. We know that Kevin's
Owens is
going
coming
to be
out.
involved.
Kevin's coming out.
Yeah. We'll talk about more. We'll talk about everything after the shows, probably.
Mm-hmm. Here we got Raw from January 13th. Show opens up with a segment between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre.
This is when they declare for the Rumble.
They basically all declare for the Royal Rumble. Gets into a heated confrontation, and eventually it sets up for a match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre the next week.
Yeah.
A WrestleMania rematch.
Which is on Raw, too. Is like
Raw
crazy.
on Netflix. I feel like we have to reiterate Raw on Netflix every single time.
So would it be called Ron now? Ron.
Raw on Netflix.
Ron.
This show also saw the debut of Penta.
Yeah. We all knew it was going to be Penta. Mm-hmm. We actually forgot to talk about this in our last episode, but as soon as we finished it, we were like, we forgot to talk about Penta.
Because they've been hyping it up for weeks. And they call it the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
And everybody knew who it was.
But they definitely chose the right place to do this debut because
they didn't do it on the premiere on Netflix. They didn't do it because they already had a ton of stuff they had to get.
Which good call at the end of the day because this is one of the best debuts.
And it lasted. This match lasted. And what better person to put him up against than Chad Gable? Who
I know.
Still, the most underrated WWE superstar.
This is like probably one of the most like greatest matches of that week.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, I think this maybe was match of the show even.
Yeah.
Then the next was Sheamus defeating Ludwig Kaiser, pretty much becoming #1 contender for the IC title.
Yep.
He's going to go one-on-one with Braun Breaker at Saturday night's main event.
I feel like Braun Breaker, he's still going to keep that title. Yeah. Man. I think.
Who's going to take it off of him? Who takes it off of Braun Breaker?
I don't know. I feel like we're going to get more stuff after the Superstar shakeup, in my opinion.
And remember, it was announced that the Wyatt Six are transferring over to SmackDown.
Makes sense. Yeah. Fair enough.
You still got to give SmackDown some stars.
Because they're also putting they also put Braun Strowman over on SmackDown remember that one time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Here we had Jey Uso wanting to take Gunther's world title.
Yeah.
Pretty much he gets what he wants. It's going down Jey Uso, Gunther at Saturday night's main event.
Which, I feel like the answer to who's winning this is kind of clear, in my opinion. Because especially with Gunther...
he's taking that title to Mania.
And, he's just a lot more confident than he used to show. You know what I mean? Like, this time, Gunther is a lot more confident. Because with, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, it did not feel the same. With Damian Priest, it did not feel the same. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I'm glad we're getting this prideful Gunther back. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Kind of like what he was when he was IC title. I mean, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, that's the Gunther that we want to see.
We had the finals for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai.
At the end of the day, it was kind of obvious who was going to win.
I really think it was the wrong choice. I'm going to say it.
I think so, too.
Lyra Valkyria comes out on top, and she's the new Women's IC Champion.
A lot of people love her, but I feel like they're just shoving her in our face.
Listen, I think she's got a bright future.
Yeah.
But, man, has Dakota been working her butt off these last few years. And I think she deserved it.
I think she deserved it, too.
Just like we talked about Chelsea Green was the right person. I mean, she is worked her butt off for years, and she earned to do it. And she's been carrying that championship with prestige.
Yeah.
You know? We'll see how Lyra does. I hope Dakota eventually gets her time to shine.
Yeah, me too.
I do. I hope one day. Maybe Money in the Bank she'll win. Who knows?
I can see it.
An interesting match we got. Sami Zayn defeating The Miz. We got a little backstage segment between Miz, Karrion Kross, and Sami Zayn was there. And insults were kind of thrown each other's way, and match was set up.
Yeah.
Didn't take long, but Sami Zayn got the W.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley celebrated winning the Women's World title back. Nia Jax eventually comes out. She declares for the Royal Rumble. And then Bayley's out there, and she helps take out Nia Jax. Both of the women. Rhea Ripley and Bayley take out Nia Jax. Then the main event is Damian Priest defeating Finn Balor in a street fight. A lot of people were getting involved. Judgment Day, the War Raiders.
Yeah. This rivalry was just carried on for too long, and I'm glad that they finally...
Is it over?
I think they finally ended it.
Yeah.
Which, the match itself was great.
Yes, it was great.
But the story would have made the match a lot better if they performed the story better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, overall, that was a great show.
Great show.
Great show.
NXT from January 14th. Obafemi comes out basically to rule over his kingdom.
Yeah.
As the new NXT champion. Eddie Thorpe comes and ambushes Obafemi with a brutal sneak attack. This sets up for a title match the next week. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on Eddie Thorpe. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to see Oba with that title for
a long while.
For a pretty long time.
We remember last week, during the title match, when Eddie Thorpe comes out after he got attacked backstage, he didn't really do much offensive-wise in the match. Right. He kind of just gets his butt kicked as soon as he gets there.
Yeah.
Shotzi defeated Stephanie Vaquer to become the number one contender to the Women's North American title. Fatal Influence had gotten involved and cost her to the match.
Yeah.
I think Stephanie will eventually be the one to take the title off of Fallon Henley.
Yeah. I see a lot of...
I don't see Shotzi winning the match, but I'm glad she gets some time to shine. I'm a big fan of Shotzi.
Stephanie, she's very talented.
Very, very talented.
So I think she definitely deserves that push at some point, and maybe soon. Maybe soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ethan Page defeats Dante Chen. Ethan Page just seems like on a tear.
Right.
I think...
because doesn't he...
Javon Evans comes out.
Yeah, Ethan...
Tries to get some revenge. It doesn't work.
Yeah, so basically Ethan Page, he kicked the dude's foot into the steps.
Remember that? Yeah.
And then Evans comes out and then...
Tries
one
to
punch
to the jaw. That's still wired shut.
Yeah, and let's just say we saw blood.
Yeah,
let's just say that
it got bloody. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson defeated the Unholy Union, become the number one contenders to the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. I'm going to say it right now. It is time for a change with those titles.
I think so,
and
too.
I think these are the women to do it.
Yeah.
Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Cora Jade defeated Kalani Jordan. Nathan Frazier and Axiom defeated OTM in another banger match. These guys are so good.
Yeah.
So good. And DIY was even there watching the match.
Do you think that we should maybe get a record for how long a tag team title's been held with those two guys?
I don't know. Well, here's the thing. You got to remember, they lost the titles to Ridge Holland and Andre Chase.
That's true.
For a week and then got it back, and that's when Ridge Holland did his heel turn.
That's a good point.
So, technically, that ended their title reign and started a new one. Now, if you want to just go by combined reigns and combined days, they may be up there.
Yeah.
And they've held the titles for a while.
And they clearly deserve those titles.
It's been almost not quite a year since they won the titles the first time around. Because I think they're the ones that defeated Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin.
Right.
For the titles. Where am I at?
Bayley.
Bayley confronts Roxanne Perez. Bayley's becoming the new Pete Dunne.
Right.
She's getting some overtime work. So she's showing up on SmackDown. She's showing up on Raw. She's showing up on NXT. All the 3 shows.
She wants that bonus.
Give her that bonus. You know how we feel. When Pete Dunne better got that bonus.
We better call this like the Dunne effect or something like that.
It is, because remember, he was working 2 different storylines. He was working the Sheamus storyline on Raw and then the Trick Williams storyline on NXT. And we were like, man, give this man a raise. And now we're back here with Bayley. Effect. Bayley's got the Dunne effect. But yeah, Bayley and Roxanne Perez kind of get into it. And I think this is interesting that they're bringing Bayley in to kind of work with Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to help get Roxanne to the status.
I think they're getting her ready. They're getting her ready for main roster. I think that'll come around the draft when we get back done after WrestleMania.
Can't wait for that.
Moving on to SmackDown from January 17th. Kevin Owens picked a fight with hometown hero Rey Mysterio. And from my understanding, this will be the first time these guys go one-on-one.
From what I remember, that's the first time.
And I truly believe that this was probably like a career moment for Kevin Owens. He's always wanted to work with Rey Mysterio, and he gets the chance.
This is Rey Mysterio's hometown.
Correct?
Yeah. You know the boos that Kevin Owens getting.
Oh yeah, he was getting the boos.
But
he's still holding that.
Holding that title.
That title, the Winged Eagle. Is that the real WWE Championship?
I mean, it should be.
It should be. I think Kevin Owens should be the WWE champion.
He should be the champion.
Yeah. Bianca Belair and Naomi defeat Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Jimmy Uso versus Carmelo Hayes ended in a no contest. This is the Bloodline comes out. And Jacob Fatu's kind of looking like the new ringleader of the Bloodline. He's kind of looked like he's got some vest going on.
It's like we're getting another triangle of Roman Reigns was the tribal chief. Now Solo wants to be it, and now
Jacob Fatu
wants to be it.
Yeah, and he cuts, honestly, a killer promo.
Yeah.
But this is after Solo returns. He's dressed up. He's looking good, but he doesn't say anything.
Doesn't say a word.
He gets in the ring kind of, and then he just leaves. And I think Jacob Fatu got a little disrespected by that.
Yeah.
And he feels like he needed to step up, and he did. But out comes Braun Strowman and LA Knight. Eventually both come out.
Yeah, you know what that means. Mm-hmm. They're getting their butts whooped.
Yeah, we're getting a match at Saturday night's main event, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. Maybe the match I'm surprisingly most looking forward to.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman, I think it has the potential to be a banger match.
I think Braun Strowman needs that push back to where he used to be.
See, but I don't see him beating Jacob Fatu that
I don't see him though.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu is maybe becoming the MVP of this new Bloodline storyline. Like, he's becoming the best part. He's getting the most out of it.
Yeah, I think they will win, but...
Because he's becoming a fan favorite. Like, people like the I love you Solo, that whole thing. Like, the fans were into that.
Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns defeated Los Garza. Pretty Deadly tried to get involved to cost Motor City the match, but it didn't work out. Motor City Machine Guns win, and I think they're in line to get a tag team title match against DIY.
Yep.
Piper Niven defeated B-Fab. Now, here's the woman that I think could one day become Women's United States Champion down the line. B-Fab.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on her. She's not... I think she's pretty good. I think she's impressing a lot of people.
I think we can get a Piper Niven and Chelsea Green storyline going.
You think?
I think so.
You think eventually?
Eventually it'll come down to it. I think both of these.
You can't. But I mean, Piper's got to be the heel, right? Because the fans are too in love with Chelsea Green.
I think it'll definitely be Piper
and being the heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Owens defeats Rey Mysterio. Cody Rhodes tries to come out and fight Kevin Owens. They separate.
Yep.
Throughout the night, they had been trying to get basically the contract signed for the ladder match. It wasn't working. Neither man wanted to do it unless the other did it.
Yeah.
So Nick Aldis organizes a contract signing for, I believe I can't remember if it's on SmackDown or Saturday Night's main event.
Yeah.
But the moderator of the contract signing will be San Antonio's own Shawn Michaels.
Shout out Shawn Michaels.
Shout out Shawn Michaels. He's running NXT.
You know that
now he's making some time for some SmackDown.
You know that Kevin Owens is going to be disrespecting Shawn Michaels.
You think he's going to stun Shawn Michaels? I think he should.
That would be sick.
In his hometown.
Yeah, and then Cody Rhodes has another reason to fight. Besides from his dad.
Main event time, Tiffany Stratton defeats Bayley in the women's championship match.
Yeah.
Like we saw it. Tiffany. Again, I think she's holding the title to Mania. I don't see anybody beating Tiffany. I think maybe they should have her defend the title in Elimination Chamber and have her win. I think that'll make her look really good and really dominant.
That would look
going
really
into the match.
good.
And then maybe have the winner of the Women's Rumble be the one that challenges her.
I think she should do her finisher off one of the pods.
Oh, my gosh.
That would be sick.
Oh, man.
That would be...
It would be sick. Scary, but sick.
That would be sick. I'm just saying.
Just saying. If it's possible. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. Don't do it.
But it's your time to shine.
It is your time to shine because it's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
Raw from January 20th. Jey Uso and Gunther confront each other. That match is going down, and it's going to be a banger.
It's going to be a banger. But
who you see coming out on top?
I see Gunther.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should definitely get a Gunther and John Cena match.
You think that should be Mania?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a good... If that's a good last WrestleMania match for John Cena, and I think it's worthy of a main event spot one of the nights.
Right.
And I think that'll be good for Gunther as well, getting a main event match.
Now, if we do that... We'll talk about that some other time.
Okay.
Gunther and John Cena, there could be so many possibilities. But anyways...
Rey Mysterio defeated Kofi Kingston. This was after Xavier Woods got ejected and sent back to the locker room.
Yep.
Right, this was their first televised match of one of the New Day guys after what had happened with Big E, from my understanding, right?
Right.
I can't remember if they had a tag match or anything
no,
like that.
I think they even, marketed that. They were, saying, on that Raw before, their first time in action is going to be next week or something like that, so.
Yeah. Doesn't go well for them.
Yeah.
Even though I think they need to start getting some push.
Yeah, I don't know why
I still think they should be the ones to take the titles off of War Raiders.
I agree.
Yeah. So here's something I want to talk about that we finally get to see. KO, Kevin Owens, going face-to-face with Sami Zayn. He confronts him, and he says that if he helps him out. I mean, give them their best friends.
Right.
That maybe they can main event WrestleMania together.
But knowing Sami,
he's not going to help him win the championship.
I don't think so.
Do you think he's going to cost him the championship?
If it comes down to it, maybe.
I mean, I definitely see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going down at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, I think that is definitely a match happening.
Because I mean, we heard before that Kevin Owens has said he's going to deal with Sami eventually.
And we also know that these two can pull off banger matches together.
Because they know each other so well. They've known each other forever.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I think they did wrestle each other once at Mania, but I think this one has a better storyline going into it.
Yeah.
Nia Jax defeats Bayley, which I think is good for Nia Jax, especially if she's going into her title match with Rhea Ripley. Again... we get Penta, this time defeating Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne back in action.
On the rise.
Penta. A lot of people are very impressed with Penta. I'm very impressed with Penta.
I am. I think this is a...
See the next big luchador. We've been asking, who's the next big luchador? It's been Rey Mysterio for
I don't think...
ever.
I don't think it could be Dragon Lee, to be honest. That's the only one I can think of.
I just don't think the fans are getting behind him.
Right. I think...
Penta, people are well aware of Penta, and they love Penta.
He's getting a lot of push, man. And with that push, the crowd is also pushing him as well. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what he needs.
Yeah. CM Punk had a little promo segment vowing to win the Rumble. He's saying nothing's going to stop him from winning the Rumble.
I think he's going to win it.
He's going to throw, and then what does he do? Who does he go after?
It can't be Gunther if we're saying John Cena.
If we're saying John Cena, then it can't be Gunther. And there's only one other option left.
Cody Rhodes. Or if Cody Rhodes loses it before Mania.
I just don't see it happening.
I just don't
see it happening. But I have, honestly, now I'm so unsure if The Rock's wrestling at Mania. That really throws a wrench in everything. Because then who's Cody's opponent? Are we going to get a third Roman Reigns match at Mania?
I hope not.
A third one? John Cena, I think, would be a good bet. Would be good. Maybe he wins the Elimination Chamber match to get there. Punk wins the Rumble and challenges Gunther, and that's the match? I don't know. I don't know. Let us know. You guys let us know what you think. There's so many different avenues this could go.
Someone's gonna get left out of the title picture.
Yeah, not everybody's gonna get what they want.
Right.
I don't know.
Very well could be Cena. Maybe Cena won't be in the title picture.
Yeah. Next match is a women's tag team match. Damage Control's Dakota Kai and Io Sky, kind of reunion between those two girls, getting a big win over Pure Fusion Collective's Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big win back for Dakota Kai after that huge loss the week before.
Yeah, she needed something back.
Get her back in the fold. But main event time, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania rematch.
And let's just say, this is probably what the outcome would have been if Seth didn't fight night one.
Ooh. You hear him? Say it again.
This could have been the result at WrestleMania if Seth didn't fight at night one.
Both these men had a lot of words for each other this match.
Right.
Back and forth. It was also not only just a fight, but it was a battle of words.
Yeah.
I mean, and Seth made that point. He's like, I got 2 working knees now. I don't got to worry about Roman. He's like, I've been waiting for this for almost a year now.
He got it back, man. He got his
Seth
groove
Rollins
back.
gets the win over Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. I agree with this decision.
Yeah. Anything else on Raw you want to talk about? You want to move on to NXT? And then we'll kind of go over everything.
Yeah, we'll go over everything. Yeah.
NXT's from January 21st. Tony D'Angelo defeats Ridge Holland in a NXT North American Championship match. This is after Izzy Dame gets involved and helps Tony D'Angelo. Interesting way he won.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, a win's a win.
A win's a win.
A win is a win.
A win's a win for the Don.
Yeah. And then Julia backs up Bayley against Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. Again, Bayley with the Dunn effect. The Dunn effect. Working all 3 shows. Getting that overtime.
This episode should be called The Dunn Effect.
It is the Dunn effect.
The Dunn effect.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're setting up for a tag team match, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
With Julia Bayley against Perez and Cora Jade. You know what? I think Roxanne Perez's last rivalry in NXT should be against Cora Jade.
It would be a good rivalry.
To kind of propel Cora Jade into that main event spot.
Because Cora Jade needs it.
Yeah, I think she deserves it. And she's been there for just as long as Roxanne Perez.
Right.
And then Roxanne Perez would kind of transition over. Kind of like what they did with Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
Yeah.
Where they propelled Trick Williams while they sent Carmelo Hayes off to the main roster.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah. Wesley defeated Dion Lennox. And then Wesley calls out Trick Williams. And this was after a little bit of an altercation backstage. Trick Williams answers it and takes out Wesley.
Yeah.
Lexis King defeats Charlie Dempsey in a Heritage Cup match by cheating. This time, intentionally.
Yeah.
Low blows him, gets the win.
I mean,
Lexis King was making a whole deal out of he didn't want to cheat. He didn't want to be like his dad. But
at the end of the
day, he's like,
he'll do whatever it takes to keep that cup.
He's like, I can't keep resisting who I really am. Who I am is a winner that wins by any means necessary.
To be honest, I feel like this more fits his gimmick than the other way.
So. You know me, I like Lexis King. I don't know, there's something about him. I like his presence, his aura. I like him. I'm also a huge fan of Charlie Dempsey. I think he's very good and is going to go far in the WWE. Carmen Petrovic defeats Jada Parker. Huge win for Carmen. Ashante was at ringside. Again, those guys, I think the week before, kind of made out backstage.
Right.
So their relationship is official.
Yeah.
A love story, not something kind of new. I feel like we're getting in NXT. It's nice to have in WWE. I like the love stories when they do them.
It kind of adds more spice to it.
Yeah, obviously on the main roster we had the Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio duo, and then we got Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. That's what I meant.
Dominic helped that rivalry just as much as the other 2 ladies in that. So.
Absolutely. Brooks Jensen and Nico Vance defeated the Family And the family runs into Tony D'Angelo, and they were upset that D'Angelo wasn't helping them.
Right.
Are we seeing some cracks in the family?
I mean, if so, where do we go from here?
It's a great question.
Does the crowd like it?
We'll see. I'm a big fan of the family.
I'm a big fan of the family.
Main event time, NXT Championship, Obafemi defeating, Eddie Thorpe.
Yeah.
I think we all saw this coming.
The reigning defending champion.
Yeah, I see Obafemi being champion for quite some time.
I think we should get Eddie Thorpe and Ethan Page at some point.
Ooh.
That would be a good little rivalry at some point.
Yeah.
Because it keeps them both in the spotlight and not have them lose to Obafemi constantly. Because I'm sure he's going to keep that title for a long time.
For a long time. Well, that's all the show recaps. We got through that pretty quickly, dude.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Woo.
2 weeks worth in 30 minutes. That means we got plenty of time.
Plenty of time to just kind of talk. What we thought. There was some Judgment Day stuff we didn't mention. There's some backstage. Dominic Mysterio trying to get back in the good graces of Liv Morgan.
Right. Which I don't know. It's just like, where does the
Judgment Day go?
Yeah. Because they're at rock bottom.
It does feel like it's starting to run its course.
I think
unless they think of something. It's like, man. I mean, everybody wants, and he does deserve it, a true Finn Balor singles championship world title run
by himself.
I think singles
by
run.
Himself. And I just think that the Judgment Time they had their time. They had their spotlight.
Yeah.
I think this is the time to go ahead and stop it where it is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see any more coming out of them. I don't see any more crazy stuff.
Have we squeezed all the juice out of this storyline?
I think we squeezed all the juice out of this orange, man.
It's possible. I mean, I get what you're saying.
The cup is full.
The cup is full. It's starting to overflow a little bit.
We don't want it to overflow.
It's overflowing a little bit. There's a little trickles.
Or else we're going to have to get some paper towels.
Yeah.
Paper towels.
Paper towels over there.
Paper towels.
We got Saturday night's main event coming up this Saturday. Remember, it's this Saturday. Saturday night's main event.
This Saturday. Tune in.
The big matches for that night, obviously, are Gunther and Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I see Gunther winning that match.
Easy match.
We got Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax coming up. I see Rhea Ripley winning that match.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to give the title to her and then have her lose it.
No, because I definitely see more Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax storyline going.
And also, I just feel like Nia Jax isn't the person to take it off of Rhea Ripley.
Who is the person to take it off Rhea Ripley?
I don't know, but whoever did it last did it perfectly. So we need to find someone else to do it perfectly. You know what I mean?
That person was Liv Morgan.
I know.
What about Bianca Belair's partner that got taken out?
Jade
Cargill.
Jade
Cargill.
Yeah.
And I think they are starting to hype up Charlotte Flair's return.
Yep. I think they're definitely hyping up.
Do you think she's the one that took out Jade Cargill?
I think they're hyping up Naomi being the heel.
The heel? I think that'd be super interesting to see her as a heel.
I don't think have we ever seen her as a heel before? I don't believe
I can't remember. Maybe like a small heel, but not like not enough to I remember it. Not memorable. I think this could be a memorable heel run for her.
There we go. If it hasn't happened, it could be a memorable one.
Could be a memorable one. And we're all about memories here on this podcast.
I mean, just memories.
Memories.
Talk
a little bit about NXT. What about where do you see like Ridge Holland going?
I don't know. I feel like
he had a real good run as a heel, man. At the end of this last year,
they pushed him like crazy, and then
it was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah,
when you pushed him for that title match, but you didn't see him winning that match.
Yeah, I think they.
He's not the one to take it off of Obafemi.
I think they need a little more development with him to get him really connected with that crowd.
Yeah. Where do you see Seth Rollins going?
Dude, I don't know. It's really hard to distinguish what we can get out of him after all this.
Like Mania will be here before we know it.
Mm-hmm.
What does he do? I think maybe it's time for Seth Rollins' heel turn.
I think so.
You know what match I wouldn't mind seeing again at Mania?
What?
Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes.
At Mania?
At Mania for the title.
Once again.
Because people think that Cody Rhodes' main villain is Roman Reigns. When I think it really, his best villain could be against Seth Rollins.
It could be against Seth Rollins.
I think Cody Rhodes, if he's Batman, Seth Rollins is his Joker.
Who's Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns, I don't know. Superman.
Ooh, Superman, because people also love Superman.
People do also love Superman, Caysen.
Yeah. People love Roman Reigns.
People love Roman Reigns, they love Superman, so that's what makes sense. But no, I think Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, I think it's a rivalry that they could go on forever and just keep having banger matches.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I mean, what else could we get out of Seth Rollins? Nothing that I could think of.
Another Roman Reigns match?
No. And also,
Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens.
Let's remember, Seth Rollins is a man of gimmicks. He can pull off anything. Perhaps we can have a new gimmick come
Something new. What about Drew McIntyre? Where do you see him going?
Probably him and Roman Reigns at some point.
You would think. I was predicting he was going to go down a Saturday Night's Main Event. But maybe they're going to do it somewhere else. Maybe Elimination Chamber.
Right.
Maybe something else. I don't see it happen at Mania. I don't see that being Roman's match. But what is Roman's match at Mania? I mean, what makes the most sense is CM Punk.
Yeah, it really does.
But not that it needs a title, but I don't see a title being on the line during that match.
Right.
But
because
I think it could be a main event caliber match.
I mean, who else really is like an opponent we want to see Roman Reigns go against right now?
I mean, I want Drew McIntyre. I want another good Drew McIntyre
either
match.
The Rock, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk.
CM Punk. I mean, those three.
Because
obviously, in a perfect world, I'd want Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, that seems like what we've been. But we've also been setting up Rock and Rhodes.
The thing
we don't know if it's happening or not. I'm confused. I know a lot of people are confused.
Yeah. Especially, did you see like the posts that they made on like social media as well? They're two like her drinking together and stuff.
Yeah, so
after the show,
because I've heard a lot of rumors that Rock's schedule might not allow him to be at Mania.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of rumors about that
because he's doing a lot of stuff right now.
He's the Rock. He's doing a lot of stuff. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see.
Me and my brother were watching the inauguration, and we were thinking, wouldn't it be awesome if like the Rock's entrance music just started playing and he came through like the middle?
Speaking of that, his entrance, this final boss entrance, will be in the new 2K25 game.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm glad because this is my favorite Rock entrance. The music, I love everything about it. I think it's so just.
Do you think they're also gonna have the old Rock as well?
I'm sure they'll have multiple versions of Rock. They'll have classic Rock, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We are getting close. What's today's date? Is it the 22nd?
Yep.
What was that? Is that saying? Texting his mama.
Mom comes first.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, the 2K25 announcement coming out Monday, the 25th.
I think.
Is that right? Am I doing my math? I'm not doing my math correctly. It's the 25th, right? Or is it like the 27th?
I have no clue.
It's coming out soon. It's coming out in the next week.
It's supposed to be next week?
Yeah, it's sometime next week. It was like January 25th or 27th. I want to say it was on. They're doing it on Raw. So what's the date for Raw?
Next week.
27th.
27th.
And that may be what it is.
I think it's going to be 27th. It's going to be like in the commercial break.
I bet 25th is also Saturday Night's Main Event. I don't know.
I think more people.
For some reason, I want to say it's on Raw.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to start learning what we're gonna get. For 2K. I'm ready to start.
We talked about the universe mode. I really hope they do this right because they released that there's not going to be promos.
Yeah, so they're not doing promos, which is
a big letdown.
Big L. I should have about said W. Big L. But they did say that they're like completely redoing universe mode. So it's gonna be different.
All I ask is more control and more detail to the rivalry system.
And they make it so difficult sometimes to do things.
To do things that you want.
You want to do, it's like, oh, I got to do make sure 5 different things are going on at once to do this one thing that I want to do.
And whenever you do first of all, cash-ins
are so confusing.
Whenever you want.
Cash-ins are so confusing.
It should be like 2K18 where every single time you go to a championship match, it'll
ask you whether or not, and you say no.
Yeah, and first of all, always, this shouldn't even be like in the game. Automatic cash-ins, just get that out the window. Throw it out
the window. But yeah, better. Just make it better and better.
They should allow you to also perform cutscenes in the actual main shows.
With AI, I don't understand. Like, technology has advanced so much just in like the last 5 years.
Watch the queso edits.
Yeah. Why can't they get the Supercharged voice?
Yeah.
So like if they did promos, like AI can make the promos and it actually sounds like them doing the promo.
And also with AI, they can change the promos every time to where it's something unique every time.
If you were to ask me about this stuff like 10 years ago, I'd be like, oh, that's way too much. That's way too difficult.
Right.
That's impossible. But now it's like, that's not like a crazy idea.
You can grab ChatGPT and ask it to make you like a unique promo that's never been made before. And
right there.
done.
There it is. Done.
It made it for you.
Yeah.
They can do this.
Yeah.
They can definitely do this.
What are some other things you want to see in 2K? Obviously, I love GM mode.
Right.
So I want to see a lot
I think they should completely get rid of my faction.
And nobody likes it.
Nobody likes it. And especially in the fact to where they won't let you get any of the cool...
I know, and it's just like if you don't start as soon as the game gets released, it's like you feel like you get behind. And then it feels like a chore, and it's like I just want to unlock this stuff so I can use it in the other things that I
boss.
like.
That's all I want.
I just want the final boss. Yeah,
I just want the figurine. But
I understand the business side of it to keep players to keep playing. I understand,
but then again, they have like 50 DLCs as well. Yeah. You have to remember that.
Yeah. Who would you like to see? Who do you think is not going to be in? At first, they're in the release. Who do you think we're going to get DLCs of?
They already released this.
We always get
Goldberg's going to be one of them.
Is he going to be in it?
They said that about a few people. Yeah.
Yeah, we always get like Legends packs.
Right.
Like 2 Legends.
They've already released a few. Like Goldberg is one of them.
I would love to see. I don't know if they'd be able to do it. They did it quick with CM Punk, but like Penta would be cool.
I think Penta.
They did it real quick with CM Punk. They got him in there, got him made, and got him in a DLC.
I'm sure there'll be a Penta one.
Someone who I think will be in the release that I'm glad to finally get, Obafemi.
And also, they said there's going to be a lot more NXT. Like, this is the game with the most NXT starts we've ever had.
I want Ethan Page in there. I want Javon Evans in there.
Because, let's be honest, NXT, in my opinion, it's so close to being just as big as the main roster shows. If you watch them, they're just as good, in my opinion.
I hope we get, like, Jacob Fatu in it, all the Bloodline members.
Oh, they also released that. Yeah, all the Bloodline members will be in the game. So.
Good. And hear me out. A good DLC, TNA guys.
Could happen.
Some of the top TNA. Joe Hendry, I want in
Joe
there.
Hendry will probably be the
I would love to get
the
Hardy Boys in there because obviously WWE fans are so relatable to them. Jordan Grace, who has been working with WWE for a couple of years now, I think I would love to have in there.
Yeah. This game is just what if. I'm not going to get this game early. I'm definitely going to see what people think of it before I get it.
Some other DLC, Julia.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah. I feel like there could be a whole NXT one if they wanted.
Yeah. A lot of these ones that kind of arrived later that they maybe didn't get ready for the game in time. But again, when CM Punk returned, they got him in there, scanned, made quick.
Yeah. Which I'm sure is a lot easier than you'd think, in my opinion.
Really?
I think so.
I would love to just watch how they do it.
I'm sure they do a lot with the face scans.
Yeah.
Because they showed us what Cody Rhodes looks like. Actually looks like Cody Rhodes.
Looks a little better.
Actually looks like him.
Looks a little better.
Doesn't look like... Never mind, I can't say that on YouTube.
Don't say that.
But anyways, it just doesn't look dookie, I guess.
That's a good way to put it.
I was gonna say something a lot worse. But
that's a good way to put it.
That's all right. What else? My showcase is going to be about Roman Reigns.
I mean, right, because they're hyping up Roman's title reign, right?
Yeah.
That's good. That's what it's going to be.
Are you still posting videos?
I need to start doing that more.
Yeah.
I've gotten behind. I've been busy.
We've been really busy, guys.
But yeah, GM mode. I want more control. Man, dude, they in the old games, in like the 2000s games, they had a GM mode. Very good.
Yeah.
If they just implemented that like system in the way it is with the roster now, and the graphics, it would be so good.
Right.
So good. I just want, the fact that you can't draft all your guys you want from the get-go
is crazy.
It blows my mind. It's like, this is supposed to be like my creative deal. I get to partner up who I want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
When you want it.
So I hope they do something like that.
I feel like with
because all they do now is just add more GMs to choose from.
I
more
think,
shows.
My opinion, no more match types. I think we're good on the match types in my opinion.
We got quite a bit of match types. I think we're pretty good.
Gameplay itself is great. Maybe make it a little harder. I don't know. But I feel like they just need to make it to where it doesn't feel like a video game, but more like this is realistic.
This is realistic.
Like a realistic kind of game. Like maybe like make entrances. I don't know.
What about My Career? My Rise? Whatever they want
I don't
to call
know.
it.
Just don't make it cheesy.
You know, I really think they should bring back Road to WrestleManias.
I think so.
Man, some of those were so good.
I could do a year without My Rise or Showcase just so they can make a one mode like super good.
Yeah, if they did like Road to WrestleMania, give like 5 different superstar storylines, and they usually did have one story for a created superstar.
Right.
They usually did mark one out, and they would do like a storyline with like John Cena or Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, whoever. Those were so much fun.
2K, I know that you guys don't care about us. You care about the money.
Oh, it's all about the money.
I mean, I heard that they're going to... This is a rumor. You know, like My Park in NBA 2K? Mm-hmm. I heard something about that.
I've heard there's going to be like some free roam stuff.
Yeah. And I was
like, that could be kind of funny.
I was like, first of all, 2K servers are horrible. So this is not going to be good. At most, I'm just going to be sitting on the ringside watching these matches and just chilling.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways.
I think that's good for an episode.
Good for an episode.
Yeah.
6:15 in our time.
That's good.
That's good.
Well.
That's good. So,
remember, we got Saturday night's main event coming up this Saturday. And then Royal Rumble's the next week.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we got Royal Rumble coming up.
I'm ready for the Royal Rumble, man.
I am too.
I'm so hyped for it. I am probably calling off work that night just so I can watch it live.
Remember when we watched the Rumble together?
That was so fun.
We got pizza, and it was, man, we were just so hyped.
That was so fun.
So much fun.
We knew that Brock Lesnar was winning that, though.
And Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
Dude, Brock Lesnar.
But again, you got to keep that in mind. Next week, we got to do our predictions.
Yeah.
It's prediction time.
Is this our, I just now thought of this. Is this our first episode after we got 100 subscribers?
Is it? Yeah, probably.
I think it is.
Probably, yeah, it is. Congrats, guys. 100 subscribers. All right. I want to do one more thing before we sign off.
Yeah.
I know we're a week late.
Right.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, guys.
Happy birthday to... Sing it. Happy birthday,
you should have, like, the lyrics with someone's head on
dear Caysen. Happy birthday to you. You want to know why we weren't able to do an episode last week? This guy turned 18.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. I love this kid to death.
Not a kid anymore.
Not a kid. He's just a big old man right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I need to sign us off now?
You gotta sign us off. I just wanted to do that one.
Thank you guys for singing along. Because
in the comments, happy birthday to this guy right now. Happy birthday.
I know you guys sang it with us.
Yeah, they did.
Well, Tyler.
Yeah, they did. They know I'm not a good singer, but I make exceptions sometimes.
You should have like the lyrics play, and as the lyrics are going, like have like the Rock's head like bounce to each.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of editing and working. It's all the time.
Yeah, we would probably already have a new episode recorded by the time.
Probably by the time I got done editing that.
It's okay. If we get the budget, we can actually do stuff.
We'll just hire people to do it for us.
Yeah. Anyways.
Get us out of here.
Magic Tyler. The Caysen Smith.
18-year-old man, Caysen Smith.
And see you on the next one.